Mr. White, can you check your chat, please?
Morning, everyone. Judge should be logging in shortly.
Hey, good morning. This message is I have an announcement from Mr. Tom White.
Go ahead.
Hey, good morning. I have your client here that you need to speak with. Were you
Uh-huh.
available to talk now?
I am.
Okay. What's your number so that we can call you?
404 536 1601.
Okay, I'm getting ready to call you.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Mr. Tom, we're trying to give you a call.
Yeah, I tried to answer. I'm calling you right now.
That phone doesn't work. We can only call you. We can't.
Oh, okay. Give it a shot. I'm
righty. All right, folks, let me check and see what's going on with my video. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for this delay, but let's get started. We are proceeding with our state all-purpose calendar with the State Court of Fulton County. These are misdemeanor criminal cases in which individuals who were recently arrested and their cases have been formally accused. Today, we are going to determine how they are going to move forward. The defendant who is charged with one or more misdemeanor offenses will either decide to take a plea or enter a not guilty plea and have the case reset for trial. In certain events, we may also address bond matters as well as any probation violations and so forth. If you are a defendant charged with one or more misdemeanor offense, please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Courtroom 2 or ACDC, who shall we begin with?
Good morning, Judge. You can start with courtroom 2. That's fine.
All right, thank you.
We could go to, you ready for Robinson? No, Robinson. Position 30, Mr. Robinson.
Robinson, okay. And that is Ms. Tucker. Ms. Tucker, have you spoken to your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and how are we proceeding?
This will be a negotiated plea.
All right, thank you. This is Emmanuel Robinson, accused of theft by shoplifting and criminal trespass from July 23rd of this year, case 23 CR 4201B. Mr. Robinson, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Falk, good morning. And what's the recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation on the theft by shoplifting is 12 months served, 30 days, credit for time served, 15 days from July 24th, 2025 until today. Balance probated an anti-theft course, 40 hours of community service. Stay away from the Walmart at 844 Cleveland Avenue, that is in East Point. And count 2, the criminal trespass, will be 12 months to run concurrent to count 1. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Ms. Tucker, do you so stipulate?
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea. And Your Honor, we do request that upon completing the terms of the plea that he be allowed to go on non-reporting status.
Let me first check. Count 2 is a consecutive sentence. So
Yes, Your Honor. We
probation.
renegotiated that to a concurrent sentence.
Okay. Any objection to non-reporting?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Robinson, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, Your Honor.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has it been explained to you that if you plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial? You will not go back to a courtroom to face a judge or a jury. You will not be able to challenge evidence brought against you, confront your accuser, present your defenses and arguments, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to theft by shoplifting and criminal trespass?
Guilty.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. If you have no other holds, you will report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. While on probation, you will complete an anti-theft class, 40 hours of voluntary community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school, and you are to stay away from the Walmart on Cleveland Avenue. Count 2 will be 12 months concurrent with count 1. And once you've completed your community service, you've completed the anti-theft class, and you're up to date with your probation fees, your probation will then be non-reporting. Thank you.
Next, Judge, I have position number 5, Marquita Brown.
Marquita Brown is accused of criminal trespass from July 23rd of this year, 25 CR 4203J. Ms. Brown, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Could you please sit back a little so I can see your face? Thank you. All right. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? Yes or no?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Folk, what's the recommendation? I'm sorry, you're on mute.
Thank you, Your Honor. State's recommendation on the criminal trespass is 12 months served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. Balance probated, stay away from the target located at 6000 North Point Parkway in Alpharetta. 40 hours of community service. We are also requesting a social worker visit. The time served is from July 23rd to today of 2025. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Ms. Tucker, do you
Okay,
stipulate?
for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Brown, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently? All right, the audio is going in and out. Francois, is the speaker in place?
I don't.
Yeah,
drink
just
nor
stop
smoke.
really.
Okay,
don't
I can.
Smoke, Your Honor. I gave it up when going to healthcare.
Okay, so have you been able to understand everything that's going on in your case today?
Yes, Your Honor. I told you I was.
And
Yes.
are you able to, are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, she came to me yesterday. Yes.
If you decide to plead guilty to this charge of criminal trespass at the Target store, you would have to give up your right to try this case in a court of law in front of a judge or a jury. You will not be able to go back to court to confront your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, have the state prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes,
How do you plead to criminal trespass?
Your Honor. Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. You will be on probation. You report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. While on probation, you will complete 40 hours of voluntary community service, and you will stay away from the target at 6000 North Point Parkway in Alpharetta, Georgia. Ms. Falk, the social worker visit, how would that take place?
I believe there is a social worker there today, since we do have the 11 o'clock calendar, and that can take place prior to her departing the jail today.
In regards to the social worker visit, that for housing concerns, or what's the reason for the request? Because I was able to confirm she was able to give me a residential address at 3997 Old Atlantic Station Court in Marietta. So she does have housing. So I'm not sure why there was a request for a social worker visit on this case.
Ms. Falk, do you, is there any purpose for the social worker visit post-conviction?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe it was because I saw something in her history. Let's see. Let me go back through.
While we're waiting, Ms. Champion and Ms. Grace, if you would please check your chat. Thank you.
Right. She had, I think I was just looking at the totality of her history. She had a lot of FTAs, a lot of criminal trespass, some disorderly conduct offenses. So just based on her history and then based on this newest offense, I thought a social worker visit could be beneficial.
Okay. All right.
And also, I just want to add, it was part of the negotiated plea. So it would have really been appreciated to have discussed this prior if this was not going to be a negotiated plea.
Okay,
Green, I didn't know what the visit was for. Typically, when I request a visit, I let the social worker know specifically what it's for, so they have a direction for the visit. So that was all I was asking what it was.
so Ms. Tucker, you had no idea what the social worker visit was for. Okay, so I understand that from the state, they just want to assure that Ms. Brown complies with probation.
Right,
So,
okay. I understand.
we can nip that in the bud. Ms. Brown,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are required to report to probation every month.
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the prosecutor, she doesn't believe that you will report to probation every month.
I will report.
Well, you better prove her wrong.
I will report. I just need the address. I'll come.
It's at 132 Mitchell Street in downtown Atlanta.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Okay. And if you don't report to probation and probation lets us know, we will revoke your probation and you will serve out the rest of the year in jail.
I know what it is.
Don't give me the opportunity to put you back in jail for a whole year.
No, Your Honor.
It's up to you. I'm going to dispense with the social worker visit. She's on notice that her probation can be revoked. Thank you.
Next is position 35, Mr. Smith.
Oh. 35. Okay. Mr. Chad Edward Smith is accused of theft by shoplifting, 25 CR 4230B. Incident date was July 21st of this year. Mr. Smith, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. May I place you under oath? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On the theft by shoplifting, state's recommendation is 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days from July 24th, 2025 until today. Balance probated and anti-theft course, 40 hours of community service, stay away from the Walmart at 4735 State Route 138. The state would ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor, and we do request that upon completion of the terms, that he be allowed to go on non-reporting status.
Any objection?
State has no objection.
Mr. Smith, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
I am.
If you decide to take this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to court, face your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, and the prosecutor won't have to carry her burden to prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to theft by shoplifting?
Guilty.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. You will report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. While on probation, you will complete an anti-theft class and do 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency. Make sure you do that community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. At all times, you have to stay away from 4735 State Route 138, the big, huge Walmart store. If you return to that location, you'll be welcome back at the jail. Thank you.
Thank you. Not gonna hold them.
So his was non-reporting, right?
No, sorry. Yes, non-reporting once he has completed the course, the hours, and up to date with probation fees. Thank you. And Ms. Strong, please check your chat with regards to Entice Johnson as well. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next case.
Next, Judge, I have position number 15, Ms. Howard.
Ms. Howard, okay. And is that Ms. Tucker as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Shanquella Howard is accused of criminal trespass at Ponce de Leon. And Miss Howard, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is going to be Miss Tucker, and your case number is 25 CR 4208F. May I place you under oath for the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I do.
All right. Ms. Falk, what's the offer?
Your Honor, this is Ms. Shanquella Howard, correct?
Correct.
State's offer on the criminal trespass is 12 months, served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days from July 24th of 2025 to today. Balance probated, stay away from 1049 Ponce de Leon Avenue in Atlanta, 40 hours of community service, and the state is requesting a social worker visit.
All right.
The
Before
state
we-
would ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
All right. And have we clarified what the social worker visit is before we go through that again?
We have not. The state did not receive any kind of counteroffer or request to remove it from the defense.
All right. Any particular reason, Miss Tucker, that you have not disputed social worker visit?
I would ask for a little clarity now. The social worker just came into the courtroom. In the future, if you could provide a reason for the visit so that I can let the social worker know, that would be helpful. But we do stipulate to the facts for the purpose of the plea. And I would also ask that upon completion of the terms here, that she be allowed to go on non-reporting status.
No, that's not going to be the situation. She was just convicted of simple battery on January 2nd, 2025. And she's back in jail in, what was it? In July 21st. So non-reporting probation is not going to work for Miss Howard.
And Your Honor, to give you some background, the reason the state made the request is because she is residentially challenged and she has been given numerous criminal trespass warnings from that location, as well as the fact of her prior history, including the prior arrest that Your Honor just referenced. I believed a social worker visit for potential BHET and housing was necessary.
All right, understood. Miss Howard, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently? Can't hear you.
No, ma'am.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
You sure?
Yes, ma'am.
When were you last convicted in this courthouse?
January.
Okay, so you are back again with us, doing this again.
I promise it won't happen no more.
Well, you promised me the last time.
I'm just getting back on my feet, so.
All right, let's see. And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you entering this guilty plea freely, willingly, knowingly, or are you just saying it to get out of jail?
I'm in really volunteering.
So are you guilty of this offense, criminal trespass?
Yes, I am guilty.
Where is this location?
Constantly,
And why do you keep going back there?
it was hot outside and I was trying to get in the shade for a little bit.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that answer.
Hot outside and I was trying to get in the shade for a little bit.
Well, you got to look for somewhere else. They don't want you in that property.
I understand.
I don't know, but we'll see. And if you decide to enter this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be going back to a courtroom to face a judge or a jury. And you would have to, you won't be able to confront your accuser, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right. So how do you plead to trespass at Ponce de Leon Avenue, the building 1049?
I am guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. The remainder of the time, you're going to be on probation. So this will be your second probation
Yes,
this
ma'am.
year. And I'm going to require you to report to probation twice a month.
Yes, ma'am.
Twice a month for this case.
Yes, ma'am.
And or you only need to pay probation fees once, but you're going to be seeing your probation officer twice a month until this entire probation is over and done with. Because I don't want you to go back to Ponce de Leon. I don't want you to be arrested again. And if you violate any of these conditions, you'll spend the rest of the year in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
You're required to do 40 hours of community service, which will be at any nonprofit agency that is not a church and not a school.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you completed your probation for the simple battery conviction?
Yes,
Tell me the truth.
I think I have.
Did you complete your behavioral health?
I think so.
But you don't know.
Not for a fact. I'm being honest.
All right. Well, you got your homework now. You got to complete your conditions for 2 different cases. And probation, if she violates any of these conditions, please immediately request a probation warrant. I'm not going to require a social worker visit because now you're going to report to probation twice a month for this case. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you will report every month. Thank you.
Next is,
Judge, I'm sorry, Judge. Her question was, how many more days does she have to serve and will she be getting out today?
At the jail, she'll be released within 24 hours, but she needs to make a fast path to probation on Monday before 3 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
She's going to be our new best friend.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck.
next is position 16, Mr. Jones.
Who represents Mr. Jones? That's Mr. White. No, good morning, Mr. White.
Morning, Judge.
Okay, Emmanuel Rufus Jones is accused of criminal trespass at the Quick Trip on Sydney Marcus Boulevard. Mr. Jones's case is 25 CR 4160Y. He's been advised of his rights and his attorney is Tom White. Please raise your right hand, Mr. Jones. Please unmute courtroom 2. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Your Honor.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation is 12 months served, 32 days. Credit for time served, 16 days from July 21st, 2025 to today. Stay away from the Quick Trip located at 761 Sydney Marcus Boulevard in Atlanta. A social worker visit and 40 hours of community service. By way of explanation, the defendant has 2 screenfuls of criminal trespasses, 2 FTAs in 2024, as well as multiple stay away warnings from this particular Quick Trip, including one where he was sentenced on July 15th of 2025 by Judge Morrow to stay away from the same Quick Trip that he went back to 6 days later. That's why the state is asking for a social worker visit. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
All right. And I understand we have a social worker in courtroom 2 at the jail, so I think I don't have a problem with that. Mr. White, did you so stipulate?
We do so stipulate, Judge. We were already going to, he's already been visited by a social worker once, and we also are going to have him speak as well about potential substance abuse relief. So,
Okay. Mr. Jones, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, Your Honor.
And have you understood what's going on?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
I am.
And are you entering this plea freely, willingly, or knowingly, or just because you want to get out of jail and go back to the Quick Trip?
Freely. I'm sorry. I know freely. Sorry. I'm just asking. Over here, over there, trying to get my stuff taken up to a brother. And I wasn't gonna go over there.
I can understand a word you're saying.
I did freely.
said freely, and he's not going back over there, Judge.
I'm not going back over there. Is that in,
If you decide to and accept this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to court. You will not confront your accuser. You will not be able to present your defenses and arguments. And Ms. Falk won't have to prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you, how do you plead to criminal, excuse me, are you prepared to waive these rights? How do you plead to criminal trespass at the Quick Trip? Repeat? I can't hear you.
Guilty twice.
Not you, Mr. White. I'm not convicting you, Mr. White.
I understand, but he clearly
You
said,
heard him, but I didn't hear him. He's muffling his voice.
No, I'm not. I'm speaking on that.
All right. I just want to hear it loud and clear because I have a feeling that I might see you again in the future.
Okay.
So there's just not a lot of trust here right now.
Yeah.
So your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. Well, as you know, the order is going to be you need to stay away from the Quick Trip gas station at 761 Sydney Marcus Boulevard. Well, you need to stay 200 yards away from that location, which means you cannot be anywhere on Sydney Marcus Boulevard. You cannot live there. You cannot be near the store called The Dump, near the post office, near the strip mall, near the 400 intersection. You cannot be anywhere near that location. 200 yards away. Understood?
Pretty sure for the whole area.
You need to stay 200 yards away from that Quick Trip gas station. You are also required to do 40 hours of community service. And that means you do your community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. And you must do a minimum of 10 hours per month. I want your community service to be done in the first 4 months. You report to probation every month without excuse. And if you get arrested again, probation is authorized to revoke your probation and have you serve out the rest of the year in jail. So you tell me right now whether you want to spend the rest of the time in jail for 1 year or whether you're going to comply with probation. I'm sorry, did you say jail?
No, I'll comply.
All right, we have it on record. Thank you.
Next, Judge, I have position number 17 through 20, Ms. Leslie Mitchell.
Mitchell, okay.
Ma'am,
And who was that Mr. White too?
that's correct, Judge.
All right. And Mr. White, what are we doing? Have you spoken to her?
I have, and she's decided to, she wants to accept the state's offer against,
She does?
against advice, yes.
Against attorney's advice, she wants to plead guilty to these charges. Okay, let's see how we go. She's got 2 cases in front of us and 2 bench warrants. Okay.
I'm sorry, Judge. She's also position number 41.
Oh, so 5 cases. Okay. Let's start. Leslie Mitchell,
yes, ma'am.
could you please raise your right hand and sit up straight? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the statement and the statements you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Mitchell, you have been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is Tom White. Have you spoken to your attorney, Mr. White, about all these 5 cases?
Yes, I did.
All right, and he's told you that he does not recommend that you take the plea offer.
Yes,
And what do you think?
not this, but I'm not this. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, but I still want to take the recommendation.
Are you doing it just because you want to get out of jail or because you honestly want to
I
plead?
am getting out of jail. but he did not,
What?
he did not say I was getting out of jail.
Right, Your Honor, the plea recommendation would actually not get her out of jail today.
Understood.
She has
But-
30 more days to serve, Judge, plus she has another case that's holding her in felony court.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Yeah.
All right, so Miss Mitchell, even though your attorney advises you against it, you understand that you're accepting this plea offer and you're going to be convicted and it's going to add to your criminal history record.
I know you.
All right. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, positions 17 through 20 and positions 41 are as follows. 25 CR 1892H, accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property from March 2nd of this year. Case 25 CR 4219H, accused of PI, willful obstruction of an officer and simple battery against an officer from July 23rd, 2025. A bench warrant under 25 FTA 1446, a bench warrant under 25 FTA 1447, and a case from 2021 24 CR 24 CR 0047664H, where she's known as Leslie Ulloa-Ramirez, accused of DUI, less safe, improper stopping, impeding traffic flow, and willful obstruction of an officer. So these are the 5 cases pending against Miss Mitchell, also known as Miss Ulloa-Ramirez. Miss Falk, what's the recommendation for all 5 cases?
Yes, Your Honor. Starting on position number 17, 12 months served 46 days, credit for time served 23 days from April 9th to April 16th of 2025 and July 24th of 2025 to today, balance probated. Stay away from Avalon Park at 2748 Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway in Atlanta. Position 18 would be count 1, 12 months concurrent with count 2. Count 2, 12 months served 90 days, credit for time served 15 days from July 24, 2025 to today, balance probated, and a $300 fine. Count 3, 12 months served 90 days, credit for time served 15 days, balance probated, concurrent with count 1, 12 weeks of anger management or BHET, whichever the defendant chooses. Stay away from Cash America Pawn, located at 2619 Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway in Atlanta. Lastly is, and I have this as the add-on, on my case, 12 months served 90 days, credit for time served 23 days, balance probated, $500 fine, 40 hours of community service, ADET, DUI risk reduction, and victim impact panel. Count 2, 46 days, credit for time served 23 days, so that's a time served. Count 3, time served 46 days, credit for time served 23 days. And count 4, the obstruction of an officer, 90 days, credit for time served 23 days. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Dwight?
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea. We do request that all of the fines be converted to community service. She is homeless, and we'd ask that the probation fees be waived.
State has no objection to the community service conversion.
So that would be an additional 80 hours of community service?
that's-
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, and plus the 40. So, Mr. White, you're telling me your client is willing to do 120 hours of community service?
Yes,
That's correct,
ma'am.
Judge.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna do it. I even work for you. I do that to jail when I clean up.
Ms. Mitchell? Yes, Judge.
She doesn't sound like she's happy with that, Mr. White. I know
Yes,
you.
I am.
She said she is very happy with that she would even work for you, which I'm telling her that she
Yeah, I
should.
forgot it.
Just-
I don't mind.
Miss Mitchell, I do understand that you do some work at the jail, you clean up, but that doesn't count.
I know I could do it on the street. I could clean up the street.
No, you have to work for a company that is a non-profit company. I think your
Okay.
attorney has explained that to you.
Yes, okay,
All right. So if you want to explain anything, you need to tell me you want to speak to your attorney and don't speak out like that.
okay, yes, ma'am.
Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood what's going on in your cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Tom White, your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you entering a guilty plea to all three cases freely, willingly, and knowingly?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's check that. If you decide to enter this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom to face a judge or a jury. You will lose the chance to challenge evidence brought against you. Your attorney will not be able to present your legal defenses and arguments. You won't be able to confront the accusers who are charging you with these crimes. And the prosecutor won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you confused by what I'm explaining to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. White, I'm assuming that you went over the standard waiver of rights?
What she's asking you is that you understand that you are giving
Yes,
up your.
sir.
Oh,
Yes,
let me finish. That you understand that you're giving up your right to a trial. But you do not want a trial. Okay.
Is this the trial? Yeah, because I'm pleading guilty.
Right. See, Judge.
I understand, Mr. White. Miss Mitchell, this is not your first time doing this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to be very clear with you right now. Okay? Be very clear. Stop acting dumb.
Your words was not coming
Stop
out.
acting dumb. And listen very carefully. If you decide to plead guilty, you will not have a trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What happens in a trial is that you get a chance to face your accuser, you get a chance to challenge the charges, and you get a chance for the prosecutor to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. But if you give up your right to a trial, you give up all these chances. Are you prepared to give these up?
Yes, ma'am. I want to give up this chance.
Okay. How do you plead to criminal trespass causing damage to property?
Guilty.
How do you plead to public indecency, willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and simple battery against an officer?
Guilty.
How do you plead to driving under the influence of alcohol less safe, impeding traffic flow? No, sorry. How do you plead to, those were time served? Okay. How do you plead to driving under the influence of alcohol less safe, improper stopping, impeding traffic flow, and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer?
Guilty.
For the criminal trespass causing damage to property, your sentence is 12 months to serve 46 days, credit for time served 23 days. The rest of the time, you're going to be serving it on probation once you complete all your holds. At all times, you are to stay away from the Avalon Park at 2748 Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, ma'am.
For the second case on the public indecency is 12 months concurrent with count 2. Count 2, willful obstruction, is going to be 12 months to serve 90 days. Credit for time served 15 days. Balance probated to do 30 hours of community service. For the simple battery against a police officer is going to be 12 months to serve 90 days. Credit for time served 15 days. Additional jail time. And then you'll be placed on probation. Your probation will be concurrent with count 1. During that time, while you're on probation, you're to complete 12 weeks of anger management classes or submit to a behavioral health evaluation and complete all treatment and medication. At all times, you have to stay away from the Cash America pawn shop at 2619 Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway in Atlanta, Georgia. For the DUI case,
I'm sorry, Judge, before we go to that one, which one is she completing?
Health.
The BHET?
Yes.
BHET will be for count 3 on the simple battery against the police officer. It's a either or, 12 weeks anger management or the BHET.
Correct. So the BHET.
Correct.
Thank you.
And on the DUI case, she will be sentenced for the DUI 12 months to serve 90 days, credit for time served 23 days. That's additional jail time. Balance probated. She will complete 90 hours of community service, which is the conversion from the $500 fine and the additional 40 hours of community service. And then also submit to an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit to any treatment, complete a risk reduction class, and attend 1 victim impact panel. For the improper stopping time, that would be to serve 46 days, credit for time served 23 days. For the impeding traffic flow, to serve 46 days, credit for time served 23 days. And the obstruction of a law enforcement officer, to serve 90 days, credit for time served 23 days. So she has additional jail time. All this probation must be completed after she has resolved her holds. She will report to probation every month. There shall be no non-reporting. And for the first 12 months, once she begins probation, her driver's license will be suspended. In order to retrieve driving privileges, she must apply for her driver's license again and apply for reinstatement. FTAs on positions 19 and 20 will be null prost. Thank you.
Next is position 38, Mr. Summerlin.
That's my case, Judge.
All right, Mr. Murphy.
Judge, Mr. Summerlin's now been in custody 15 days. I've spoken to his mother. She's financially unable to make the surety bond. At this point, we're not prepared to enter into any plea. I'd ask the court to reconsider and allow him to be released on a signature bond.
All right. And I'm sorry, let me just pull up his bond. He has a $1,000 good bond that was set on July 25th. Oh gosh, I didn't write down the notes. Okay. Miss Folk, do you have this brief GCIC, please?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I had to address something else. Which case is this?
This is Raquel Summerlin, position 38. He's planning to enter a not guilty plea. And Mr. Murphy, his attorney, is asking for a
Right. Caught that part. I just didn't know which
All right.
defendant.
And I'm
we were
sorry,
gonna
for the
say.
record, his case is 25 CR 4224G, and he's been advised of his rights. All right.
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like the defendant's history, so now that I have that pulled up, is 17 cycles. I think probably the reason for the $1,000 surety bond was that he has a very recent, recent-ish, it was his last cycle, failure to appear in 2021. Let's see.
He's
So in
got
the
another
last
case.
5 years, he also had a failure to appear in 2005. So it looks like it was the FTAs. He also has a failure to appear in 2002, failure to appear in 2001. About half his history, about a third of his history, to be fair, is failure to appear. So I think
Judge.
that was the reason for the $1,000 surety bond on this case. We would ask that the surety bond remain as set. It does not appear that he is likely to return to court based on the FTAs. Let's see. And he went inside someone's property. So this wasn't a criminal trespass from a grocery store or somewhere else. The victim had her neighbors call her and say that individuals were going in and out of the house, removing belongings from the home.
I remember that the other
yeah.
co-defendants, right?
Yes, Your Honor, there
Okay.
were.
Okay. And what's your, other than, I remember the allegations now. And so, Mr. Murphy, and I'm sorry, Ms. Falk, I don't mean to cut you off, but it just suddenly just pinged in my brain what this case was about. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Mr. Murphy, he's got FTAs. He doesn't qualify for a signature bond. And he's got a
Judge,
$1,000 bond. He doesn't even qualify for early release by the sheriff.
Judge, I've been in regular communication with his mother, Joyce Simmerlin. I'm confident, and he does reside with her. I'm confident if, as long as I maintain contact with her, we'll have him in court.
All right. I can reduce this to a $50 cash bond.
Duly noted, Judge. We'll figure it out. I will call the mother later today. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Same conditions apply to stay away from the, what was it called? 1925 Handley Road? Was that?
1935 Hanley Road, no further contact with Natalie Jo Williams. Your Honor, I just do want to put on the record that I spoke with our victim advocate did speak with Miss Natalie Jo Williams. She does believe that these defendants will return to the residence, so she does have concerns.
All right. Well, he's going to put down $50 on the table, and if he returns, he can bring back $500 cash for the next time.
Yeah,
It's
Judge,
entirely up to him.
Judge, I will remind his mom and him that you will sanction him if he goes back to that place. So, thank you, Judge. We appreciate the
Thank
grace
you.
of the court.
All right. Take care.
Judge, I just have, the other one I have is position 27, Miss Pearson.
All right. Courtroom 2, please unmute. And all right, we good? All right. So 27, do you have Mr. Murphy's
Judge.
other client? Okay.
She's right here, Judge. Position
Thank
number
you.
20, Ms. Pearson.
Thank you, Francois. All right, we have Judy Rosemary Pearson, case 25 CR 4220Y. She's accused of 2 counts of battery, 2 counts of and 3 counts of simple battery. Ms. Pearson, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Murphy. Mr. Murphy, just by the way, on Mr. Summerlin, are you filing a waiver of arraignment?
I will do that today, Judge.
Thank you so much. All right, so that's going to be further notice. All right, and what are we doing with Ms. Pearson, Mr. Murphy? How is she proceeding?
Judge, she's been in custody 15 days now. There is a hold for her in DeKalb County. We do not want to tender any plea at this time, until we know the factors over there in DeKalb County. We'd ask the court to consider a signature bond. She has a solid address in DeKalb County. And as an additional consideration, Your Honor, she would attend 8 sessions of anger management if pending this case, if you would allow a signature bond so she could go over to DeKalb County. She lives over at 1579 Oldfield Road in Decatur. That's actually off Memorial Drive. So she does live locally.
Ms. Falk,
Yes, Your Honor.
could you refresh my memory? I'm sorry.
Yes, Your
Normally
Honor.
I put notes, but this one I didn't.
This is the case where they were at the 5 Points MARTA station. They were arguing over the use of an outlet to charge their phone. The defendant then attacked Miss Lauren Battle and struck her multiple times. She had lacerations under her right ear, multiple bite marks on her body, a bleeding cut on her right leg, and cuts to her right arm and left arm, as well as a raised bump on her forehead. They did review the camera footage and deemed that Miss Pearson was the aggressor, and all the statements that were provided did line up with the fact that the defendant was the aggressor in that situation. going back through Miss Pearson's history. Let's see. This is her first offense. Well, I think this was one where our GCIC did not match with
Well, let me ask Ms.
her
Washington.
actual history.
Ms. Washington, I have position 27, Ms. Pearson.
Yes, there are 4 arrest cycles out of Florida. The last arrest was in 2022 for battery, and no disposition was listed. There was a 2023 misdemeanor conviction for battery, also out of Florida. There was a 2021 arrest for battery, and that appeared to be dismissed. There was a 2021, what appears to be a felony conviction for criminal damage to property, and the defendant is currently serving 5 years on probation for that case. There is a 2019 arrest for aggravated assault, but that appeared to be dismissed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds more accurate with the reason for the $2,500 surety bond, Your Honor. And we ask that the bond remain as set. This is her history is clearly one of violence. And this was, as they, again, it's allegations, but as they have alleged, the videotape showed that she was the aggressor and pretty badly beat the victim in this case.
All right, Mr. Murphy? I'm sorry, could you please unmute, Mr. Murphy? I think you're using someone's. Yeah.
Yes, Judge, I'm here. Sorry. Your Honor, yes, there's a tape, but we believe that the evidence would show there was more than enough opprobrious conduct on both sides, and that that it's not that clear cut, Your Honor. And again, she's been in custody 15 days. She would be going to the cab, and we're happy to attend 8 sessions of anger management pending the outcome of this case, Judge. So she does want to take some better steps in her life.
All right, she wants to say something. Ms. Pearson, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you.
Yes, Your Honor. I just want to say that I am not on probation in Florida. I completed that after 18 months. I paid all my fines and I had an early release. It was originally going to be 5 years, but I only did 18 months because I paid and the judge deemed it that I can leave early. That's why I moved to Georgia to better myself. And there was no audio on that video at all from Marta, and I have.
Okay, Ms. Pearson, let's leave it at that. You've clarified.
All I want to say.
All right. I'm going to keep the same bond because I'm going to keep the same bond because you have a history replete with violence. Not a single one of these prior arrests or convictions do not involve violence. None of them. And this is an allegation that's extremely egregious, and based on the warrant, it appears that the other person got seriously injured. And you don't have sufficient ties with Georgia. A lot of your arrests seem to be out of Florida. Just based on these reasons, I think the bond is very reasonable, given your history of violence and so forth. You may have paid your price to society for your prior conviction, but that doesn't justify this current situation.
Judge, I would only add is that DeKalb County has a hold. It's not like she would.
And I'm sure DeKalb County will understand why she's in Fulton County Jail.
Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
That's all I have.
This is going to be a waiver of arraignment, sir,
Yes.
and further notice for trial. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is position 33, Mr. Salcedo.
Antonio Salcedo is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property, criminal trespass, and obtaining unlawful entry into Marta. Incident date, well, it's not listed, but case number is 25 CR 4202C. Mr. Salcedo, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. How are we proceeding, Ms. Tucker?
This will be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Salcedo, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on the criminal trespass and damage to property is 12 months served, 32 days, credit for time served 16 days, balance probated, 40 hours of community service, stay away from all MARTA property. Count two, the criminal trespass will merge with count 1. Count 3, the obtaining unlawful entry into MARTA is 12 months concurrent with count 1. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Ms. Tucker, do you so stipulate?
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, and Your Honor, we would like to request from the court that the initial 3 months of probation fees be waived. He did lose his current employment when incarcerated, so he would need time to replace his income so that he's able to pay his probation.
2 months.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Salcedo, do you solemnly swear and have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, Your Honor.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, Your Honor. To my full understanding, yes.
So you know what you're charged with and you know what you're doing today?
Correct. I'm taking a plea for probation.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you will have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, be able to confront your be able to present your defenses and arguments, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to criminal trespass causing damage to property, criminal trespass, and unlawful entry into MARTA property?
Guilty, definitely.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. You will report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. While you're on probation, you will complete 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. You are also to stay away from all MARTA property for the next 12 months, or whatever right now it'll be up to 12 months. You're not allowed at any of the stations, the buses, the trains, the sidewalks, and the parking lots belonging to MARTA. Count 2 will merge with count 1, and count 3 will be 12 months concurrent with count 1. Your first 2 months of probation, I will waive your probation fees, but you will report to probation every month and be up to date with your probation fees every month. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, Judge, I have position number 34, Simmons.
Zakria Simmons is accused of battery family violence from June 24th of this year, 25 CR 4075H. Ms. Simmons, you've been advised of your rights. Ms. Tucker is your attorney. And may I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And Ms. Falk?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Before we proceed, I actually have a announcement on this case. We're going to enter a waiver for Ms. Simmons. And she's going to enter not guilty.
Okay. So, Ms. Simmons, I understand that based on your attorney, you're entering a not guilty plea, and your case is going to be further noticed for trial. Ms. Tucker, are you filing a waiver, or shall I arraign the defendant?
I was going to file a waiver on behalf.
All right, thank you. This is further notice, jail jury. Thank you.
Next is position 31, Mr. Rollins.
Oh, I have an announcement from Mr. Rollins as well. We're requesting a reset for him, so yes, we don't. a reset to August 25th, if possible.
Reset to August 25th
Yes.
at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Next is position 36 and 37, Mr. Stanley.
Brian Stanley is accused of, where is he? There we go. Brian Stanley is accused of criminal trespass and theft by taking from September 6th of last year, accusation 24 CR 6340J. He also has a bench warrant under 25 FTA 1484. You've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. And are we proceeding with the plea, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor, this will be a negotiated plea.
All right, Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On count one, it will be 12 months concurrent to count two. I believe it was initially written as consecutive, but the state has agreed to run that concurrent. Count two, the theft by taking, 12 months served, 26 days. Credit for time served, 13 days. Balance probated in anti-theft course, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Daniel Song, and stay away from 95 8th Street Northwest in Atlanta. At this time, we would like to sound for Mr. Daniel Song if he is here and would like to speak. And we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
All right, Daniel Song, if you are present, please unmute and start your video. Ms. Tucker, do you so stipulate?
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
Mr. Stanley, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, Your Honor.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You won't be going back to a courtroom to face your accusers, challenge evidence brought against you, present your own legal defenses and arguments, and the state won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to criminal trespass and theft by taking?
Guilty.
For the criminal trespass, that will be 12 months probation concurrent to count two. For count two, you'll be 12 months probation to serve 26 days, credit for time to serve 13 days. You report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. While on probation, you will complete an anti-theft class within 120 days of reporting to probation. You will also complete 40 hours of community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month with any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. At all times, you are to have no contact with Daniel Song and stay away from 95 8th Street in Northwest Atlanta. Thank you.
Your Honor, I do see a hold for him, so he may not be able to report in on Monday, but upon his release, he will report to probation.
He will report to probation within 48 hours of being released from his holds, and it will be within 48 hours or and the first business day. Thank you.
And Your Honor, the state has entered a null pros on position 37.
All right, thank you.
Next, Judge, I have position number 42, Ms. Welch.
Ms. Welch's positions 42 and 43, and Joan Imari Welch is accused of simple battery, case 21 CR 3435E from July 17th of 2019. She has a bench warrant from 25 FTA 1485. Ms. Welch, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Is this going to be a plea, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Welch, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on this case on count one, the Simple battery is 12 months served, 20 days. Credit for time served, 10 days from August 5th. Let me go back and check on that. I believe it would be from July 4th. Well, let me go back and check on the dates because those serve dates aren't correct. 40 hours community service, no further contact with Chukaria Bowens. Stay away from 3223 Chestnut Drive, apartment 28 in East Point. No firearms. And let me just check in the jail screen to see how much time she has served. Our intention is to have it be a jail time served plea.
Okay.
I believe she's been incarcerated since August 1st.
Okay. Yes, that is correct. So it would be from July 29th of 2025 until today. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
So stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
Ms. Welch, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
Just prenatal.
Okay. And are you still able to understand what's going on with your cases?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes.
And if you decide to plead guilty, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be going back to a courtroom to face a judge or a jury, to face your accusers, challenge the evidence brought against you, and the state won't have to prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to one count of simple battery?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 20 days, credit for time served 10 days. You'll report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. While on probation, you'll complete 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. You're to have no contact with Chukaria Bowens. Stay away from 3223 Chestnut Drive, apartment 28 in East Point, and you're not allowed to own or possess any firearms. If you've completed the 40 hours of community service and you're up to date with your probation fees, your probation will be non-reporting. Understood?
Yes.
The bench warrant will be null prost. Next case.
Next is position 2, Mr. Booker.
Mr. White, how are we proceeding with Mr. Booker?
Negotiated plea, Your Honor.
All right. Christopher Booker is accused of theft of lost or mislaid property in possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce from September 20th of last year. Case 25 CR 4286J. Mr. Booker, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. White. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Polk?
Yes, Your Honor. On Mr. Booker's case, the state's recommendation is for count 1, theft of lost or mislaid property, 12 months served, 186 days, credit for time served 94 days, from September 25th to November 4th of 2024 and June 16th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, anti-theft course, no further contact with Marie St. Germain. Stay away from 712 North Avenue, Northwest in Atlanta. Count 2 will be null prost. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. And we would like to sound for Miss Marie St. Germain at this time if she is present and would like to speak. That's all for the state.
All right. Miss Marie, if you are present, please unmute and start your video. So he has no other holds, right? No, hang on. He does have a hold. Okay.
I don't believe he has any other holds, Judge.
So the
This case,
what about the burglary in the second degree?
this case was originally a felony, and I believe that's this case.
Okay. All right. And so do you so stipulate?
We do stipulate, Judge, just has the probation go to non-reporting once he completes his anti-theft course.
And
State
your-
has no objection.
Mr. Booker, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And has it been explained to you that if you accept this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial? You will not go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, be able to present your arguments and defenses, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to theft of lost or mislaid property?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 186 days. Credit for time served 94 days. The remainder of the time you'll be on probation. You report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. While on probation, you will complete an anti-theft class. At all times, no contact with Marie St. Germain, and stay away from 712 North Avenue in Northwest Atlanta. The marijuana charge will be dismissed. Thank you.
So I just want to ask, I'm gonna be released?
You'll be released within 24 hours, but you report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next, Judge, I have position number 45, Lynetta Williams.
Ms. Tucker, is this still a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lynetta Williams is 25 CR 4228A, accused of simple battery from July 24th of this year. Ms. Williams, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
Thank you, dear. Okay, Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on the simple battery is 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days from July 24th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Zeneb Hassan, no firearms. We did agree to allow the defendant to a plea to nolo on this case, and we would like to sound for Mr. Zeneb Hassan at this time. We also asked the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Mr. Zainab Hassan or Zainab Hassan? All right. Ms. Tucker, do you so stipulate?
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea. And Your Honor, we would like to request, that for her probation, that she be allowed to report over the phone. She is a Ohio resident. So she's allowed to report in each month over the phone.
When's she leaving?
She resides at 59 Central Avenue, apartment M102 in Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. Okay. All right. She'll be required to report the first time. And then once she leaves, I'll allow for telephonic reporting, and she'll need to verify that that's her correct address in Dayton, Ohio. Understood, Ms. Williams?
Come again, what do I need to do before I leave here? I need to report
In person to Fulton County Probation on Monday before 3 p.m.
Okay, and then after that, I can go home and report over the phone.
Correct. But before you do that, you must verify that that's your correct mailing address and provide your phone number and email and everything. They want to know exactly where you are at all times.
Okay, then I could do my community service up there too.
Sure. Dayton, Ohio has got lots of places. I used to live there. So, all right.
Yeah, thank you.
Except you can't do it at a school and you can't do it at a church, but you can do it at Goodwill, Salvation Army, Animal Rescue, food banks, lots of places up there.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
So, do you so stipulate, Ms. Tucker?
I do apologize. We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Williams, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
Oh, I didn't do my mental health badge. I don't do alcohol.
Okay. And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, I do.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, I am.
If you decide to enter this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to court to confront your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, present your own defenses and arguments, and also the prosecutor won't have to prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to one count of simple battery?
No.
I accept your plea of nolo contendere. Your sentence is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. You will report to Fulton County Probation in person the first time on Monday before 3 p.m. After that, once you return to Dayton, Ohio, you will need to report every month. Your probation officer will give you the dates that you're supposed to report. Make sure that you have an updated address, phone number, and email with probation and the courts at all times. While on probation, you will complete 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. And you must do your community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. You're also to have no contact with Zaina Hassan, and you're not allowed to own or possess any firearms. Thank you.
Next, position 29, Mr. Rivera.
Fernando Rivera is accused of willful obstruction of an officer, 25 CR 4261B, from July 25th of this year. Mr. Rivera, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Ms. Tucker, is this going to be a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rivera, do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Falk, what's the recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. This is going to be a time served recommendation. The defendant has been in jail since July 25th of 2025. So at this time, he has served 14 days. So it'd be 28 days credit for time served, 14 days from July 25th of 2025. That's all for the state. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all.
We do so stipulate, Your Honor.
Mr. Rivera, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes.
If you decide to enter this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom to face the judge or a jury. You will not be able to confront your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, present your own defenses and arguments, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to one count of willful obstruction of an officer?
Would the state be willing to accept a no-low plea from Mr. Rivera? I do apologize, I didn't reach out prior.
Let me take a look at his history and see.
Yeah, she would.
What happened to that criminal case from May of 2024?
I'm not sure which case you're referring to, Your Honor.
I see an arrest from
Possession of methamphetamine case?
yeah.
Okay. Fernando Rivera. Let's see.
Ms. Washington, have there been any prior convictions for Mr. Rivera?
That case was closed and dismissed
Okay.
um, according to the information on his case manager system.
And Your Honor, there are some arrest cycles from the early 2000s out of California, some of which I believe are juvenile history. There was a 2004 misdemeanor conviction for burglary, theft, and burglary tools, possession of tools. And also a 2002 misdemeanor conviction for theft, vandalism, and also possession of burglary tools. But otherwise, and also one from the 90s, early 90s for a theft misdemeanor conviction. But otherwise, I see no convictions that are listed.
Your Honor, the state has no objection to Nolo. His last conviction was 21 years ago.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rivera, do you plead to one count of willful obstruction of an officer?
No contest, Your Honor.
All right, I accept your Nolo plea, and your sentence is to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. That concludes your case. Thank you.
Next, our position is 23-24. Mr. Nelson.
Richard Nelson has two matters before the court, 24 CR 5603F, accused of theft by shoplifting and willful obstruction of an officer from September 18th, 2018. He's got a bench warrant, 25 FTA 1487 from June 4th of this year. Mr. Nelson, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is going to be Mr. White. Mr. White, is this going to be a plea?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Nelson, please raise your right hand. Other right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation on this is time served 18 days, credit for time served 9 days from July 30th of 2025 until today. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
So stipulated, Your Honor, nothing further.
Mr. Nelson, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your cases?
Yes, ma'am.
And how you satisfied with your attorney?
Oh.
You're not satisfied?
Yes, I am.
Okay. If you decide to accept this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, and have the state prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to theft by shoplifting and willful obstruction of an officer?
Yes.
Your sentence on each count is going to be time served to serve 18 days, credit for time served 9 days. And your bench warrant will be dismissed. That closes your cases out. Thank you.
Your Honor, can I ask you a question?
I'm sorry?
Can I ask you a question, Your Honor?
All right, as long as your attorney is okay with it.
Yeah, my attorney, can I ask her a question?
Well, I mean, I don't know what the question is.
I've got a case coming in from Alpharetta. Do we know which one that is?
It's going to be mine, Judge. I'm going to need to speak with her. I was informed that she was at Fulton County, and she was not, obviously. So,
Excuse me. Officer Johnson, I thought I saw Officer Jamari Johnson. Is that you, sir?
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
morning.
The defendant's name is Ari Hill.
Yes.
I think she will need to speak with her attorney. So we're probably going to place you in a breakout room with her.
Okay.
All right. Is this a public area?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mr. White, that's what they have. Is that okay?
Yes, Judge, I'll just be sure that we're only going over the offer aspect of things.
Okay, all right. Let me see now. Ms. Tucker, have we addressed Mr. Nelson's question?
So we should be good to go. Thank you.
All right, then no question. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, who are we addressing next?
Judge, I'm sorry, I just have a quick question for, position number, it was for position number 27, Ms. Pearson. I did step away. I just needed the outcome of the
It's a waiver of arraignment and further notice to jail jury, and the bond modification was denied.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yep. All right, I just want to know whether the next case is going to be Mr. White's client. Otherwise, I'll place him in a breakout.
Yes, Your Honor, I have 2 for Mr. White, and then I have 4 conflict cases, but, I'll give Ms. McLeod a call, see if she's gonna get on. But I do have 2 for Mr. White.
All right. Ms. McLeod is not on Zoom, so I guess we have to go with Mr. White's cases. Who's next?
Mr. Ogletree, positions 25 and 26.
Jimmy Ogletree is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property from April 25th, 2024, case 24 CR 2294A. His second case is case 25 CR 4200A, accused of reckless conduct and discharge of a firearm on or near a public highway or street from July 23rd, 2025. Mr. Ogletree, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. White. Yes, Mr. White, is this going to be a plea?
Yes, Judge Still.
Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On the criminal trespass and damage to property, state's recommendation is 12 months served 6 days, credit for time served 3 days, from April 25th to the 27th of 2024, balance suspended, stay away from 845 Drummond Street, no further contact with Rodney Swift. On position number 26, state's recommendation on the reckless conduct is 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days, from July 24th, 2025 to today, balance probated, 40 hours, of community service. Stay away from 847 Drummond Street, and count 2 will run 12 months consecutive to count 1. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. We would like to sound for Mr. Rodney Swift. That's all for the state.
Rodney Swift, if you're present, please unmute and start your video. All right, Mr. White?
Your Honor, we stipulate for the purposes of the plea, we would just ask for a fee waiver. Mr. Ogletree is on a limited Social Security income that's below the poverty line. So we'd ask for all of his fees to be waived and ask for him to be allowed to go to non-reporting once he completes his 40 hours of community service.
Absolutely not.
Well, okay.
All right. Now, the other thing I want to know is, where does he live? Mr. White, do you have a verifier? I just want to make sure that he doesn't live anywhere on Drummond Street. Oops.
I'm not sure I understand the question. I mean, where does he live in regard?
He's required to stay away from the entire Drummond Street. My last experience, my last experience with this defendant, he didn't get the memo the first time.
He lives on Drummond Street.
That's the problem.
The entire street. He can stay away from the address.
Nope, the entire street.
Well, I don't really think that's a legal ruling, Judge. He has a residence there that he lives in, and we can absolutely keep him away from a specific address, but for him to have to stay away from an entire street just seems.
So in position number 25, he was given a bond where he was required to stay away from 845 Drummond Street. And the next thing I know, he's back in jail on July 23rd with an allegation that he's discharging a firearm at 847 Drummond Street. And
Okay,
from what I recollect from first appearance, there was definitely a demeanor of self-entitlement from your client with regards to his conduct. So
okay, Judge.
I'm really concerned about the safety of all the other residents on Drummond Street. Now, if it was another judge who didn't have this experience with your client, maybe y'all can get away with it. But I remember this. Now, if he wants to behave himself and stay at home and then do not step out, unless he's going to work, but he can't be hanging outside Drummond Street for the next 12 months. Because apparently he doesn't understand that he cannot be discharging a firearm out on that street because he thinks he's entitled to do so.
Well, Judge, actually, he's actually entering a plea of guilty to the charge and accepting responsibility, knowing forward that obviously that's not something that is acceptable behavior.
Well, let's see. Okay. So I've said no to non-reporting, and he'll be reporting every month and for the next 24 months. So do you so stipulate with that respect, Mr. White?
We do, Judge, and
All
we
right.
would ask again for the fee waiver, especially if he's going to be on for 24 months. Like I said, his Social Security is well below the poverty line, and he has no other income.
Okay, I will waive I'll waive probation fees for the first 6 months, and he'll need to get a job and keep himself busy and start paying.
He's unlikely to be able to get a job. That's the reason he's on Social Security, Judge. He has certain issues that prevent him.
I don't know what it is, but I can't waive all 24 months. That is not
Actually, you can't.
feasible. Does he want to go to trial?
He does not, Judge.
Okay. I'll waive it for the first 6 months. And if he shows that he's still unable to obtain a job, I will consider a further extension if probation reaches out to me. Mr. White, would you client like to still move forward with the plea?
Yes, Judge, still, yes, we would like to move
Okay.
forward.
Mr. Please unmute. Mr. Ogletree, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No.
Have you understood what's going on in your cases?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with your legal services? If you decide to accept this plea, will you be entering this plea freely, willingly, and knowingly?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you enter this plea, that you will have to waive your right to a trial in front of a judge or a jury? You will not be going back to a courtroom to face a judge or a jury. You will not be able to face those accusing you of these charges. You will not be able to confront your accusers, challenge the evidence brought against you, and your attorney will not be able to present your legal defenses and arguments in a court of law. Furthermore, the prosecutor won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ms. Falk. I didn't have you allocate the plea offer. Did I?
I did,
Yes,
Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Ogletree, are you willing to waive these rights?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
How do you plead to criminal trespass causing damage to property at 845 Drummond Street?
Guilty.
How do you plead to reckless conduct and discharging a firearm on or near a public highway at 847 Drummond Street?
Guilty.
All right. And you presently live at 847 Drummond Street?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. So you understand for the next up to 24 months, if you're living at 847 Drummond Street, the only time you're allowed to step outside is if you're going to work or going elsewhere, reporting to probation. But you cannot be hanging out outside Drummond Street.
It's the only time I was leaving, period.
Do you understand? That will be a condition of your probation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll accept your guilty plea to these charges. On the criminal trespass causing damage to property, your sentence is 12 months to serve 6 days, credit for time served 3 days, balance suspended. Again, you're required to stay away from 845 Drummond Street. You cannot be anywhere near Drummond Street. If you are in that location, you have to be in your home, not outside. And if Mr. Rodney Swift is outside, you got to make sure you're back in your home because you are to have no contact with Rodney Swift. With regards to the reckless conduct and discharging a firearm, your sentence is 12 months probation to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. And then you will report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. While on probation, you will complete 40 hours of voluntary community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. As you live at 847 Drummond Street, I'm not going to require you to stay away, but you will be required to make sure that you're inside and not outside. And if you're outside, you need to be going somewhere. You cannot hang outside 847 Drummond Street. For count 2, discharging of a firearm is going to be 12 months probation consecutive to count 1, which means that you will be reporting to probation for up to 24 months. I will waive your probation fees for the first 6 months. And then if you seek to have additional waivers, you must report to probation, explain to them what is your financial situation. And at that time, I will consider additional waivers of your probation fees. Otherwise, you must take all diligent effort to try to regain some kind of employment so that you can start paying probation fees after 6 months. At all times for the next 24 months, you're not allowed to have any firearms on your person, in your home, anywhere near you, or in any vehicle you occupy. No firearms at all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next is position 21, Mr. Moore.
And probation, if Mr. Ogletree violates probation, please be sure to let me know. Thank you.
Judge, I also had an announcement as far as the conflicts. I spoke to Ms. McLeod, and she was in Judge Edie's courtroom, and she just asked if anybody will let her know if there were any time served offers. And that's all I have.
All right, Ms. Falk, I think with regards to offers, you'll need to email her, and then we'll take up Ms. McLeod's clients when we reach them. Let's address Mr. White's next client so he can go into the breakout. I'm sorry,
Yes.
what position number was that?
21, Judge.
21, thank you. Carl Eric Moore is accused of theft by taking, case 25 CR 4199E, incident date July 15th of this year. Mr. Moore, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On the theft by taking, state's recommendation is 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days from July 24th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, anti-theft course, 40 hours of community service, stay away from 638 Church Street in Atlanta. No further contact with Kenneth Price. At this time, we would like to sound for Mr. Kenneth Price, and we do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Mr. White?
We stipulate for the purposes of plea, Judge. We would just ask that the probation terminator go non-reporting once he completes his anti-theft course and community service.
Any objection?
State has no objection.
Mr. Moore, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to plead guilty, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Ma'am.
How do you plead to theft by taking?
Hello.
Is that what we are doing?
Remember we talked about this yesterday, and I told you that there's no real benefit for you to do that.
Guilty.
Okay, thanks.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days, balance probated. You report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. to complete an anti-theft class, 40 hours of community service, and stay away from 638 Church Street in Atlanta, Georgia. At all times, you are to have no contact with Kenneth Price. If you complete the course, complete your community service, and you are up to date with your probation fees, your probation will then be non-reporting.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Grace, if you can place Mr. White and the Alpharetta location. I don't know if Deputy Johnson is there. Deputy Johnson? Officer Johnson, is he? Miss Hill, could you please summon one of the deputies to your... Officer Johnson, we're going to place the Zoom screen into a breakout room with Mr. White. No? Courtroom 2, are we addressing anyone else?
That's all. I do have Curtis, Corey, and Ralph. He's also for Mr. White, but you can go ahead in the breakout room. And I just have the 3 conflict cases after that.
Your Honor, other than Mr. LaCory Riles, position 32, are there any other cases that Ms. McLeod is representing on SAP? I didn't see her name on any other cases, but I just want to make sure before I send this rec over.
Well, position 12 is listed as a conflict. It doesn't specify which.
We had a couple of Mr. Murphy.
Yeah, I know we had a couple with Mr. Murphy, so I'm just trying to separate the wheat from the chaff.
Okay. Well, Gary Nasser is conflict.
Okay, that's a reset for us.
Is it a reset?
Yes, he has 2 additional cases, so we asked for a 1-week reset to do a global rec.
Okay. And
Also, that position is Watson Cafe.
oh, that's
okay.
Watson Cafe? Okay. And so that's going to be a reset to next Thursday, which is the 13th, right? Okay.
14th.
14th.
Mm-hmm.
One day I'll pass math. Don't worry. Okay. And then Miss Strong, do you know any other cases with Miss McLeod?
I was going through, Judge, give me a moment.
Okay. And Mr. White, go into your breakout if you're already there. Okay.
I have position 44, Mr. Whitaker.
44?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that was time.
Whitaker, Eric Whitaker? Is that Miss McLeod's too? Yeah, I have it as conflict. And then I think Raquel Summerlin.
I thought we did. Okay, Whitaker. Yeah, that was the co-defendant for the one of the other ones.
Yeah. And Raquel Summerlin was the
You did something.
yeah. That was Mr. Murphy's.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Just let me check. I have a DV bench warrant case for Alexander Lee. Is Alexander Lee on Zoom?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Lee, please start your video.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is Alexander Matthew Lee, accused of battery, family violence from August 26, 2023. Mr. Lee, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court about your case, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Do you have an attorney, sir?
No, ma'am.
And have you approached the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am. I was denied.
What, based on your finances?
Yes, ma'am. Past finances. I currently don't have employment, but it was based upon my last job's income.
And when was that?
This was the beginning of this month.
All right. So, Miss Tucker, Mr. White's in a breakout. Would you have an opportunity to speak with him if he provides his phone number in the chat?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Tucker, will you be able to do so?
Yes, I can give him a call, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Lee, put your phone number in the chat directed to courtroom 2. And Ms. Tucker, once you have it, please let us know so that Mr. Lee can switch off his audio and video. All right, Mr. Lee, please mute your screen. All right, Mr. Oh, where did Mr. White go? Mr. White, how we
I'm still here, Judge.
how are we proceeding with Ari Hill?
Judge, Ms. Hill is actually she's been given a signature bond in this case, and I'm not sure why it looks like on the 18th of July, and she's still in.
Let's see.
I'm not sure why she's still in. I know her mother is on the Zoom. She is only 17, so
Is there a co-signer requirement?
there must.
No. Oh, sorry, PD White. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
This is one where her mother did not want her to come back to the house. And so she was going to be released to DFACS or DFACS program. Her mom said she had reached out to DFACS to essentially have them come pick her up. So I'm not sure where we are with that, but that is why she hasn't gotten out, because of that requirement that somebody from DFACS come and get her.
Released to DFACS or DFACS program only, according to Judge Mincy's pretrial order.
And Judge, she is 17. She's charged as an adult. We had asked that she be allowed to sign her own bond. My understanding is that I believe she can stay with her aunt, is what she just explained to me. If her mother.
Who's the aunt?
What's your aunt's name again?
Amanda Johnson, that's my mama's sister.
All right.
And state has no objection to modifying the condition to she can be released to Amanda Johnson.
I thought you telling me anything, I swear to God.
Ms. Hill?
Yes.
Just, I can't tell if that was you, but don't say anything, okay?
All right. So, Mr. White, what do you know about Aunt Johnson, Aunt Amanda?
Same thing you do, Judge. She's the sister of her mother, and that she's this is my first time speaking with Miss Hill. I was informed that she was in the observation unit at Fulton County. She wasn't there. She's now Alpharetta. And that she can apparently stay there. Her aunt was supposed to pick her up.
All right.
Once this got worked out. So
Let me see. I'm sorry, Ms. Falk. Adriana Johnson, please unmute and start your video. Yes, Ms. Falk.
I will just say that I just got a message from our victim advocate that Miss Johnson let us know that her sister, which is Miss Hill's aunt, is no longer willing to get her. I would just confirm that with Miss Johnson.
Right.
Well, I would prefer to confirm that with Miss Amanda Johnson.
Understood. Miss Adriana Johnson, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes,
All right. Do you have a sister by the name of Amanda?
I do.
And does she live with you in the same house?
No, separate.
Separate? All right. Thank you. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
So, I'm not sure if Miss Williams is on this call as well, but she's with Youth Villages. So the plan was for Ari to be released, so she could enter into the program, since she's eligible for the program, but she has to be released out of jail first. And of course, due to the safety and concerns of everything that occurred, I didn't feel comfortable of Ari returning back to the resident, as her sister is the victim.
All right. And which program are you talking about, and who are you talking about?
Youth Villages.
Youth Villages. And who's the representative for that program?
Miss Williams. I'm not sure if she's on the call because I sent
What's her full name?
Miss Stacy Williams.
Stacy Williams. If you're on Zoom, please unmute and start your video. Stacy Williams.
Yes, I'm on the call.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Williams. My name
Good
is
morning.
Laura. May I place you under oath?
Yes,
You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge.
yes, I do.
Would you be able to have an identification that you are related to a youth safety or youth care program?
Yeah, I'm currently working with Ms. Hill. I've been working with her for the past 3 months in terms of providing services for her. And we have a program that I definitely did a referral for her to go into called LifeSet, where they work with 17-year-olds to actually help them get independent living.
Okay. And if I modify the bond order with a release to Stacy Williams with your company's name, what would you do next?
We can't actually have it come to us. They have to be with a relative in a stable home before we can start our services.
Understood. Okay. So Miss Adriana Johnson, are you willing to go and accept custody of your daughter and have her admitted to the program?
I don't feel comfortable of her returning to my residence. That's why my sister was going to
Okay.
have her reside there until she's accepted to the program.
Okay. So Mr. Tom White, we're going to modify the bond order. And instead of a release to defects or defects program, she's going to be released to Amanda Johnson. Amanda Johnson will have to provide a valid ID at the jail in order to accept custody of Ari Hill. And Amanda Johnson is then directed to immediately admit Ari Hill into the youth program with Stacy Williams. All right, and Miss Williams, Miss Hill will be required to live with Amanda Johnson.
Okay.
All right, and Ari Hill will be housed by Amanda Johnson until further order of the court. At all times, she's to have no contact with Adriana Johnson, and she is to stay away from, let me see, what was the bond order? Stay away from 464 Bishop Street in Northwest Atlanta. And she needs to re-enroll in high school or a qualified GED program. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons.
I would like to confirm that that's actually possible while she's in the program.
Amanda Johnson is not here, so I don't know what else to tell you. I'm only going by what your client has said.
Judge, Amanda Johnson doesn't need to do this. It's the people from villages, youth villages. That's what I'm asking is if while in that program, I don't know anything about the program. So would she be able to do GED and high school while in that program?
She'll be able to do it while she's in the program. The only requirement, it's a community-based program.
Fair enough.
So as long as she's with the aunt, then we definitely can work with her.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that's something that go hand.
Okay. Miss Hill, you can be released from jail as long as your Aunt Amanda will accept you and will house you. But you will need to then enter the Youth Villages program and comply with all their conditions. Do you understand, Miss Hill?
Yes.
And if you violate the conditions of your bond or if you get arrested again, then everything is off and you'll be back in jail. Understood?
Yes.
All right. Mr. White, please submit the amended bond order.
Okay.
And will you be filing a waiver, sir?
Yes, Judge. And I just want to make sure that
Well,
just modify. I just want to clarify the language on the bond order that just released to Amanda Johnson, correct?
a release to Amanda Johnson upon proof of valid ID, and she must be housed by Amanda Johnson, and then immediately admitted to the Youth Villages program in the care of Stacy Williams, but the housing will be by Amanda Johnson. She will continue with her school or GED, have no contact with Adriana Johnson, stay away from the Bishop Street location, no illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons. And I'm going to reset this case to August 13th, SAP, pending release to Amanda Johnson.
You're resetting it to SAP, Judge?
Yeah, because that's the only way I can monitor her release.
Okay.
Well, they have they stuff on their ends and they call up and say, bring it.
All right, and Alpharetta, are you planning to keep her there until her aunt shows up, or are you going to transport her to Wright Street?
She'll be transported to Wright Street.
Okay, so Miss Adriana Johnson, please reach out to your sister and say this is what the judge has ordered, and that if she needs to pick up Ari, she needs to do it at the Wright Street jail. All right, thank you. All right, courtroom 2, who do we have? Miss Tucker, have you had a chance to speak to Mr. Lee?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
All right, who do you have next to you?
This is position 6, Mr. Curtis.
Thank you.
Mine, Judge.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Fine, thank you, sir.
I'd
And-
like to,
I'm sorry, are we proceeding?
We are. This is a
Okay.
negotiated plea.
This is Corey Chadwick Curtis Jr., accused of 2 counts of criminal trespass from June 16th, 2025. Case number 25 CR 4074B. Mr. Curtis, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. White. Please raise your right hand with regards to the plea. Do you solemnly swear and affirm? Please unmute courtroom 2. Do you swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Folk?
Yes, Your Honor. On the criminal trespass, state's recommendation is 12 months served, 92 days, credit for time served, 46 days from June 23rd, 2025 until today. Balance probated, no further contact with Charlene Batson. Stay away from 1439 Venetian Drive Southwest in Atlanta, a BHET, and a $495 in restitution. Count 2 is 12 months concurrent with count 1. We did speak with Ms. Batson. She does agree with the plea, and she stated she may be on Zoom. It looks like she is under Mary Batson. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. And if Ms. Charlene Batson would like to speak, you will need to unmute your video and turn on your video. That's all for the state.
Charlene Batson? Mary Batson, if you want to unmute and start your video. Mr. White, do you so stipulate?
We do so
I'm sorry,
stipulate.
here.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. I was having issues unmuting my mute.
You need to start your video, ma'am. All right. Okay. All right, Ms. Batson, please direct the video to your face. All right. Did you want to add anything?
Yes, I'm
Raise your
trying to
right
unmute.
hand. Raise your right hand.
Okay, can you hear me now? I tried to
Yes.
unmute. Okay,
You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge.
yes,
Now, what would you like to tell me?
yes. I would like to know, will he, because he has to stay away from my house, but he was living in his car in my yard, and the car was repossessed, so he has nowhere to go. Will he be offered some kind of housing or assistance?
Judge, we can have a social worker speak to him and give him some information, but I mean, we can't order that he be housed somewhere.
Yes, that's what I mean. Can you give him a referral somewhere? Yes. A halfway housing somewhere, because he will be homeless.
Well, he will be homeless. He will need to speak with a social worker to get some guidance on what kind of housing programs there are out there, and he would need to reach out to those programs himself.
Okay.
But we will not guarantee him housing once he's released from jail.
No, I know that. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else, Ms. Batson?
No, ma'am. And it's Mary Batson.
Oh.
Charlene is my name. It's Mary Batson.
All right. And Ms. Batson, does probation have your correct address so you can get restitution?
Yes,
Okay. Then you please switch off your video and mute your screen.
thank you.
And Mr. White, do you so stipulate?
We do so stipulate, Your Honor. We would just ask that you waive all of his fees so that he can apply them to the restitution. As you heard, he's homeless and does not have any income at this point. He's going to have to find housing. So
I will waive 6 months of probation and then up for review after 6 months. 6 months. Mr. Curtis, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
Oh, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to enter this plea of criminal trespass, 2 counts, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom to face a judge or a jury, to face your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, and be able to present your own defenses and arguments against brought to the judge or jury. The prosecutor also won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to 2 counts of criminal trespass?
Guilty.
Let's repeat.
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. On count 1, your sentence is 12 months to serve 92 days, credit for time served 46 days. Balance probated. If you have no other holds at the jail, you will report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. I will waive the first 6 months of probation, but after that, you'll have to start paying probation fees unless you submit sufficient information to probation, who will then have to request a subsequent waiver. Otherwise, you'll need to start paying probation fees after 6 months. At all times, you're to have no contact with Mary Batson. You're to stay 200 yards away from her location at 1439 Venetian Drive in Southwest Atlanta. 200 yards away is going to be the distance of 2 football fields. You're also to undergo a behavioral health evaluation and submit to all treatment that's required. While you're on probation, you will need to start paying back restitution in the amount of $495 to probation. You will pay your restitution at a minimum rate of $50 per month. Since you're not paying probation fees for the first 6 months, you will be required to comply with that restitution payment plan. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on count 2, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1. Thank you. All right. Any other matters in courtroom 2? Is it just Ms. McLeod's cases?
Yes, Judge. 2.
2 of them. Let me see. So one of it was it Sebastian Gamba?
No, Your Honor, it was position 32 and position 44.
Oh, 32 and 44, sorry. On position 32, LaCory Riles Jr. All right, Miss McLeod is unfortunately not present and she is in trial with Judge Eades. I can reset this for next Tuesday, which would be August 11th at 9 a.m. for Miss McLeod to address your case.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will have to turn yourself in.
And 34, Zachariah Simmons. I
44,
understand.
Judge.
Oh, sir, excuse me, 44.
But I didn't want to let you know.
This is Eric Whitaker. Mr. Whitaker, your attorney, Miss Maureen McLeod, is not available. She's in trial in another court. Your case is reset to August 11 at 9 a.m. for her to address your case.
Okay, all right then.
Thank you.
I can email the state to see if they.
Your Honor, both of those will be Tuesday, August 12th.
August 12th. Okay, sorry. All right, sorry. Both dates are August 12th, not August 11th. August 11th is a Monday. Okay, let me see. Is Mr. Bartel in courtroom 2?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, let me address Mr. Lee. Ms. Tucker, are you ready to address Mr. Lee?
Your Honor, I was actually just messaging Ms. Folk regarding his case.
Okay.
Try to negotiate the terms really quickly.
All right. While Ms. Tucker is doing that, Mr. White, can you just check on the calendar as we go through it before we address our 11 a.m. calendar?
Sure, Judge.
Position number 1, Emilian Aldrich. She's also with position number 7, Aldrich Emilian, and I understand that's going to be a waiver and further notice for trial. That was Ms. Tucker's case.
That's our question, Judge, yes.
All right, so position 1 and position 7 are going to be waivers of arraignment and further notice for jail jury. Position 2 was a plea. Position 3 was a waiver and further notice jail jury. Same announcement for position 4, waiver further notice. Position 5, Brown was a plea. 6, Curtis was a plea. 7 is a waiver further notice. 8, Gamba is reset to August 12th.
It's gonna have to be the, I'm sorry, it's gonna have to be the 14th, Judge.
14, okay. So position 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 are all reset to August 14th. Position 12 is reset to August 14th. 13, Laurent Grubbs.
Let's reset 821, Judge.
821, thank you. Position 14 is reset to August 13th for pending release to Amanda Johnson. Bond has been modified. Position 15, Howard was a plea. 16, Jones was a plea. 17, Mitchell. 17 and 18 were pleas. 19 was null pros. 20 was null pros. 21 was a plea. 22, Jordan Murray.
Reset 826.
826, okay. 23 was a plea. 24 is null pros. 25, Ogletree, and 26, Ogletree were pleas. 27, Pearson's a waiver of arraignment and further notice jail jury. 28, Pittman is a conflict. Was that, anyone knows who represents Mr. Pittman, Nicholas Pittman?
Your Honor, he's downtown. He had downtown court today.
All right, so I'm going to reset him to August 14th, SAP. 29 was a NOLO plea. 30 was a plea. 31 is reset to August 25th. 32, Riles is reset to August 12th. 33, Salcido was a plea. 34, Simmons is a waiver arraignment for the notice jail jury. 35, Smith was a plea. 36, Stanley was a plea. 37, Stanley was null pros. 38, Summerlin is a waiver of arraignment and further notice jail jury. Bond modified to $50 cash bond. 39, Tomlin was released for the notice. 40, Tomlin was released for the notice. 41 was a plea. 42, Welch was a plea. 43 was null crossed. 44 is reset to August 12th. 45, Williams was a NOLO plea. Okay. Ms. Falk and Ms. Tucker, are we ready to address Mr. Lee? And then eventually we'll need courtroom 2 clear to address the 11 a.m. Competency calendar. Ms. Falk, have you responded to?
I just received the email, Your Honor, so I'm reading it now.
Okay. Okay. And all right, we'll take a brief 2-minute recess or until Ms. Tucker responds with status of Mr. Lee. All right. Please do so quickly so we can start with our competency calendar.
State just responded. And to let, just to kind of make this a little quick, Ms. Tucker, we do agree with the change in the recommendation, if he's willing to go forward.
Then we're able to proceed, whenever you're ready, Your Honor.
Okay, let's start with Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, you'll need to start your video and audio.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it's already indicated this is a bench warrant matter with 23 CR 5232C. Alexander Lee has filed a request to set aside the bench warrant. You've been advised of your rights, and presently you're represented by Ms. Tucker. Yes, Ms. Tucker, what is the reason why he didn't show up in court?
Okay. He didn't show up to court. He relocated to Miami, Florida, and the address wasn't on record. So he didn't receive notice for that court date.
Yes, he missed court several times, or at least from what I see.
Your Honor, I think we may have a negotiated plea which should resolve all matters on the table.
All right, is that to serve 30 days credit for time served, 8 days FWIP and so forth?
We've adjusted to 16 days, credit for time served 8 days, balance probated, FVIP, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Rhonda Chin, stay away from 688 Thomasville Road, and no firearms.
All right. So that's the plea offer. Have you discussed the plea offer with your client, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, I have.
And what would he like to do?
From my understanding, Mr. Lee wanted to accept the plea as negotiated.
Is that correct, Mr. Lee?
I'm not sure if I understand the plea. I'm sorry.
Okay. Ms. Tucker, go ahead and call him up. And Mr. Bartell, are you in the courtroom?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Grace, could you please place Mr. Lee in the waiting room while he speaks to Ms. Tucker about the terms of the plea offer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and this will require probation as well. Okay. Are there any other members on the current Zoom that I have a couple of people here that I don't think are courthouse staff. So let's have them start the video. Andrea Rios, start your video and unmute. iPhone Maria Angelica. Fern Guess, yeah, I remember her. All of you, if I name you, please start your video and unmute. And this person on Samsung, SMA037U. Andrea Rios, you need your video on. Okay. Mr. Guest, you're here for the 11 a.m. calendar? All right. I'm going to put you in the waiting room, and then we're going to bring you out when we address your case, okay?
Okay.
Not your case, but the person that you want to address. All right? And who was that person?
Grigsby.
Grigsby, that's right. All right. Miss Grace, place Fern Guest in the waiting room. Andrea Rios, who are you wanting to address? Unmute, please.
I was waiting, Your Honor, on Mr. Sebastian's Gamba case.
Mr. Gamba's case is going to be reset.
I don't even know whatever your address is.
Gamba is going to be addressed on August 14th at 9 a.m.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank
You're
you
free
very
to
much.
go. Mhm. Maria Angelica, what did you want to address? You need to unmute. Okay, Miss Grace, we can remove Andrea Rios. Maria Angelica, please unmute. All right. Samsung SM.
Buenos días.
Who are you waiting to address?
Mr. Gamba.
Mr. Gamba is next Thursday at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
You're free to go. Last call to Samsung SMA037U.
Yes, I'm having issues trying to start my video. My name is Sarah Jewell, and I was here for the hearing for Harry Head.
All right. We're going to put you in the waiting room, and you need to figure out how to start your video. Otherwise, we won't be able to address you.
Okay, I'll work on that. Thank you.
All right, Miss Grace, we can put Samsung in the waiting room, and we can remove iPhone, Maria, Angelica. Thank you.
Okay, so because you won't be in full time.
All right, Mr. Bartel. Now, and we've already, we need to pause the live stream, please.
So it's